Um, All right, hi everyone. Today, my talk is about how we can use social media data to construct poverty measures. So to support communities in need, development agencies or government needs high resolution granular data. And proliferation of this social media data opened a new opportunity to provide this granular data to address data gap in developing countries. And particularly social media data can capture citizens' voice so that we know directly what they talk about, what they care about, what kind of struggles they have. This kind of approach can promote participatory development. And in this study, we develop a pipeline of using social media data, particularly Twitter discourse, as a welfare metrics in Zambia. So we particularly ask 3 questions. We ask, can Twitter data reveal spatial difference across regions? And can this data reveal difference in development priorities across regions and particularly across different wealth groups? Another question we are asking is, can we use Twitter data as a predictive feature? So then can we particularly use Twitter topics to predict village level poverty? And then the third question we are asking is, how well do different imputation methods reconstruct missing social media data? So, like yesterday's talk, we talk about spatial features like satellite imagery or point of interest data can be used to measure poverty. And it's that social media data is less commonly used in predicting poverty. And even then, people may use metadata to correlate social media with poverty, meaning how many users there are or how often they post, right? But then in our study, we focus on linguistic content, meaning what people really discuss. So that's one way that we fill the gap in the literature. And then a lot of studies focus on high income advanced countries like US or European countries. And so we want to engage in social media topics, particularly in developing country context, using Zambia as a case study. And there are social media has been used to estimate or interpolate survey-based measures, but there's an open question of whether social media itself can be reliably interpolated. So we want to explore different kinds of interpolation methods to interpolate social media and to increase completeness of social media data. So we have collected millions of Twitter data between 2019 to 2021 in Zambia. And among these Twitter, we particularly focused on geolocated, maybe over 40,000 tweeters. And we merged this Twitter data with the ground truth data, which is 2018 Zambian Demographic and Health Survey. So as you see here, this yellow dots indicates Twitter locations, and green this blue triangle indicates village clusters. So we collect we are looking at Twitter data around this village cluster where we have ground truth wealth measure. And so that's the methodology we used. So we use, as usual, we create topic models using per topic modeling. And so based on this topic modeling, we identified about 103 coherent topics with at least 115 tweets. And then these topics have about 0.72 coherence scores. So, with that 113 topics, we also complement this machine-generated topic with qualitative analysis. So for each of 113 topics, there are two coders review each topics, and we sampled 50 Twitter samples from each topic and review them one by one, and came up with 7 development topics that covers this election-related discussions, food, social progress, mining, frustration with government, public health-related challenges, and social inequality. And after we extract this machine-generated and also qualitatively assessed topics, we created this topic weights. It's average topic distribution across region. And then also we generated another feature, which is top topic count. That is, we assign each Twitter to the topic with the highest topic weights, and we sum total number of tweets for each topic in a 10-kilometer buffer within a village centroid. So we use these two features. All right, so answering this question of RQ1, we found out that Twitter features can capture variation in development priority across region. So as you see here, we are comparing survey data with Twitter accounts. And when survey data is missing or only from very limited sample, we found out that Twitter data provides more accurate estimation. So in this case, Twitter data, looking at Twitter data, this Chaditsa district looks like a poor district, right? But in survey data, it indicates that this district is wealthy. And we checked, verified this information with other data sources like small area estimation or living standard condition survey. And we found out that over 80% of people in this district live under the poverty. So it seems like Twitter data can be an alternative, source of verification. And, not only just looking at count, but we also looked at topic weights, distribution of topic. And if we look at mining related topic, there's a province called Cooper Belt. And this, particularly this district is very well known for its mining activity, and, mining industry is major industry. And people here talk a lot about, mining, labor supply, and, policy change regarding mining. So, we verify that what people talk about is, Twitter topic is related to development agenda or priority of that region. And another interesting finding is that what people, topic prevalent in poor villages are different from topics prevalent in wealthy villages. So, these are variations of topics between low middle income villages versus high income villages. And for election corruption, there's a lot, like low income village people are talking more about election corruptions or food systems, which are more locally grounded topics and local issues. For wealthy people from wealthy villages, they're talking more about social inequality or social progress topic, which we can say is more global topic and more macro, right? So in terms of question 2, we found out that more parsimonious Twitter topic model not only perform well in terms of accuracy, but also more interpretable. So we tested these 3 models using different number of topic features. So we have 7 development topic model that only use 7 development topics versus model that use all the 103 topics generated by our topic modeling. And as you see here, our square or prediction of poverty is very good. It shows the 7 development topics demonstrate strong predictive performance compared to this like complex model. And not only just about accuracy, but we can also see which topics are more relevant to poverty prediction. So as you see here, social inequality and public health related challenges are correlated with higher wealth here. And on the other hand, this food system related topic, as well as election corruption related topics are, associated with lower health. So yeah, using this Shah plot, we can see some interpretation of important features. And one thing that I also found interesting is that Twitter itself can predict poverty, but it can also help other features to predict poverty. So we use satellite imagery and building footprints from OSM or NDVI, like greenness index from satellite imagery, normalized difference vegetation index, and see how much Twitter can boost their prediction performance. And as you see here, if we add the Twitter features to NDVI, the predictive performance increased by 43.5 percentage points. So that's another value of using Twitter data. Lastly, we examine different imputation methods. So we examine kriging with zero filling or median imputation. And we found out that the rounded kriging estimates are the best form of imputation. So we simulate different levels of missingness from 10% missingness to 50%. And we look at predictive performance using R-square. And as you see here, this rounded kriging perform best across any simulation context, any scenario. So to conclude, here we demonstrated that Twitter-derived topic features can effectively inform poverty estimation, particularly in data-sparse contexts. And kriging was interesting because we demonstrated that social media data can be also interpolated. At the same time, kriging provides uncertainty estimation that inform adaptive sampling. So, some areas have higher uncertainty in prediction. So, with, data collection is always expensive and costly. So if we can only collect data in certain regions, we can focus on those areas with higher uncertainty. And then, by collecting those data, we can also improve prediction. And this study also highlights interpretable tools for participatory poverty prediction. Here, this is like pipeline for using social media topic features in estimating poverty. So again, like unlike other features, social media provides this rich contextual information that can be used for poverty prediction. Thank you.
We might have time for one quick question.
Thank you. Good talk. I'm just wondering if you had considered like censorship and how that may have played a role in the like power dynamics that sometimes happen on Twitter and stuff.
Censorship. Okay. Yeah, we haven't incorporated possibility of censorship in this model, but I think, yeah, that's, important topics to explore in the future. Maybe you can have another.
Thank you.
Another.
Anyone has more questions? Okay, we can take one question.
Hi, thanks for the talk. I worked in poverty estimation for a number of years on the metrics that you use to estimate whether or not someone's living under the poverty line. And there's a lot of issues with poverty lines that are applied in international low data contexts. And I was wondering if you had thoughts on how using that as a benchmark could have influenced your understanding of the reality of poverty in this environment, and how you chose to validate that your presumptions of the model's performance when there was a gap between the survey data and what this index was saying, that showed up.
Yeah, that's a very good question. Thank you. So I am here talking about the term poverty, but what we are really measuring is like wealth, or, which is proxy measure of consumption and income. So, this is like more, it has like full distribution. Wealth has full distribution, while poverty is truncated based on the poverty line. So yeah, I think we are not doing like classification of people being poor versus non-poor, but looking at a specific, wealth measure that's more continuous with all the spectrum.
Thank you.